Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Today we will start. This is the unit 4 of the Laplace transform of the elementary function. Pierre Simon Laplace, he was the first one to use the Laplace transform. He was the first who used the Laplace transform. Laplace transform. Okay. This Laplace transform, it is a powerful technique to solve some ordinary and the partial differential equation which transform the differential equation into an elementary algebraic expression that can be simply transformed back into the solution of the original problem. Okay. In my first lecture of the Fourier integral transform, I have already given the expression for the kernel that is being used in the different type of transform, and also I have mentioned there for the Laplace transform. Here we are going to represent our kernel, that is k. Suppose here I am writing kernel as exponential minus st. Okay, this is our kernel in case of your Laplace transform. Let us consider a function, suppose f of t, and here we are defining this f of t for all t greater than 0. This is the symbol of for all. Suppose a function f of t which you want to take the Laplace transform of this function, then we can write, suppose for the Laplace transform, here I have to write for Laplace we are representing capital L, for Fourier as we have represented this by capital F. So for this Laplace we are representing capital L, the function that we want to take the Laplace transform, this function f of t, this is equal to integration over 0 to infinite exponential minus st into f of t dt. This is the Laplace transform of the function f of t. So just try to remember this formula so that we can solve every problem basing on this Laplace transform. Okay. So this is true for all the values of f of s, or suppose here I am writing this as f of s. This is just a function of s. Since you can see here exponential minus st, so here we are representing this total Laplace transform as equal to f of s. So this is equal to f of s. This is the total representation of the Laplace transform. So this total function f of s, it is the expression for the Laplace transform that is equal to L of f of t, and which is equal to integration over 0 to infinite exponential minus st f of t dt. This is true for all the values of s for which the improper integral converges. Here the kernel, you can see this is the kernel exponential minus st. The function f of t here, it is multiplied by the kernel, that is exponential minus st, and the result, it is integrated with respect to at t equal to 0. This integration is for t equal to 0 to t equal to infinite. And here we consider that this f of s must exist. Now we will see what are the basic conditions for the Laplace transform of f of t to exist. So for the Laplace transform of the function to exist, suppose the first condition here I am writing the f of t, the function f of t, it is continuous, f of t is continuous or piecewise continuous or piecewise continuous, piecewise continuous, continuous it is piecewise continuous in every finite interval, in every finite interval, finite interval, every finite interval. Suppose the interval we are considering, this is suppose within the limit t lies between t1 to suppose this capital T. Okay, where this t1 should be greater than 0, because we are considering the limit should be, it should lies between 0 to infinite. That's why this t1 should be greater than 0. Now the second condition is that, the second condition is t power n modulus of this function f of t, modulus of this function f of t, it is bounded. This function is bounded near t equal to 0 for some n, for some n where n should be greater than 1. Sorry, n should be less than 1. Here the value of n, that is the t power n, this value should be less than 1. And the third condition is that, the third condition is exponential minus at t, exponential minus at t into the modulus of f of t, modulus of f of t, it is bounded for, it is bounded for the large values of t, for large values of t, large values of t for some number a, for some number a. Okay, these are some basic condition of the Laplace transform of f of t to exist. We need to follow these basic conditions. Now we will see the Laplace transform of some elementary function, and here we will consider that the Laplace transform of the function, any some elementary functions of f of t, like in all cases we will assume the function f of t will be equal to 0 when t is less than 0. If t will be less than 0, for that case the function will be equal to 0. So let us take the first case. Suppose we are calculating the Laplace transform of 1. Suppose f of t is given 1. Okay, 1, or it is being written as the Laplace transform of unity, you have to calculate. So when f of t equal to 1, then how we will represent this Laplace transform of f of t? So first you have to just write the formula, that is integration over 0 to infinite the function f of t, you have to write into exponential minus st, you have to multiply the kernel of the function into dt. This is the basic. Now we will put, this is equal to, if we will put 0 to infinite integration limit, in place of f of t I will put 1 into exponential minus st into dt. When 1 will be multiplied, then this will be 0 to infinite exponential minus st into dt. And again, if I take the integration for exponential minus st over the integration dt, this will be exponential minus st, and the coefficient of t, that is minus s, will be divided here, and the limit is from 0 to infinite. Now here, taking common minus 1 by s, this will be 1 by exponential st over the limit 0 to infinite. This will be 0 to infinite. Now here, if you put the limit, that is equal to minus 1 by s, remain as it is. This is upper limit minus lower limit. When you will put the value of t equal to infinite, then this will be 1 by infinite minus, if we will put the lower limit, 1 by exponential power 0, that is x something power 0 is 1, exponential 0 is 1. That's why this 1 by infinite is goes to 0, and this 1 by 1 goes to 1, and this is minus 1. That's why this minus into minus becomes plus, that is equal to 1 by s. Okay, this is very easy to calculate. Simply you have to put the function value and calculate by multiplying exponential minus st dt. You have to just calculate the integration. Now let us take another function, that is f of t equal to, suppose this is second question. Suppose f of t equal to f of t equal to k. This is some constant. This is some constant. Now we have to calculate the Laplace transform of this function. Similarly here, the Laplace transform of f of t, we can represent this as, first I am writing the formula 0 to infinite f of t exponential minus st into dt. Just try to solve it by yourself. Okay, this is equal to 0 to infinite. In place of f of t, if I will put k is some constant. Okay, k is a constant into exponential minus st into dt. Now this will be equal to, here I can write 0 to infinite integration. The k is constant, so I can take it outside of the integration. So this is k into integration over 0 to infinite exponential minus st dt, which is also equal to, this is k into, if I will take the integration for exponential minus st dt, this will be exponential minus st divided by its coefficient, that is minus s over 0 to infinite. Now this will be minus k by s into 1 by exponential st, because its power is minus 1. So this will be 1 by exponential minus st over the limit 0 to infinite. Now if I will put the upper limit here, so 1 by infinite again, this is again equal to minus k by s. For the upper limit, this will be 1 by exponential power infinite. In place of t, we are substituting infinite. That's why this will be 1 by infinite minus the lower limit. That is, in place of t, I have to put 0. Exponential 0, something power 0 is 1. That will be 1 by 1. So this will be 0 minus 1. That will be equal to minus 1. Here minus 1 get cancelled. This is equal to k by s. Now, up to this much I think it is clear to you, because in place of the Laplace transform, when we are calculating the Laplace transform of any function that is given, but the condition is that the function, if the function will be equal to 0 when the value of t is less than 0. Simply the function that is given, that is here f of t equal to 1 and here f of t equal to some constant k. And in this case, you can see for the Laplace transform, when you are calculating, simply you have to put the f of t value here, and here also you are just putting the value of the f of t. Now let us take more example. Now this is number 3. Suppose the function f of t equal to exponential kt. Now we have to calculate the Laplace transform of exponential kt. Now the Laplace transform of f of t, this is equal to, first I will write the formula so that you can calculate by yourself. Just try to remember that formula. 0 to infinite, you have to write the function, then you have to multiply the kernel, that is exponential minus st into dt, which is also equal to 0 to infinite integration. In place of f of t, you have to write exponential kt into exponential minus st here into dt. After substituting the value of f of t, then simply you have to solve the integration. Okay, now we will solve the integration, that is equal to 0 to infinite. The exponential power will get added, that is kt plus minus of st, that is equal to, if I will take the common minus t, then this will be equal to, minus t into s minus k into dt. And again this is also equal to 0 to infinite integration. I am directly taking now the integration. This will be exponential minus s minus k into t. This total integration will remain as it is, divided by the total term or the coefficient of this t, that is minus of s minus k. minus s minus k, and this is over the limit 0 to infinite. Here I am always trying to write this as in the form of exponential minus of something into t. Okay. Now if I put the limiting value of this is equal to minus 1 by s minus k, that is minus 1 divided by s minus k here, into 1 by exponential s minus k into t, because this negative sign becomes positive sign here, over the limit 0 to infinite. Now first we have to put the upper limit, then minus of the lower limit. This is equal to minus 1 by s minus k whole into, here in place of t if I put the infinite, then this will be 1 by infinite, minus in place of t if I put 0, then this will be exponential 0, something power 0 is 1, so this will be 1 divided by 1. 1 by infinite is 0 and this is 1 by 1 is 1, so this component is goes to 0, minus 1, that will become minus 1, and here minus 1, that will becomes plus 1. Now this is equal to 1 divided by s minus k. Is that clear to you? So here you can see, if the function is exponential some constant into t, then for that if you take the Laplace transform of that function, this is equal to 1 by s minus k. Now number 4, here we will calculate for the function f of t equal to the function f of t, it is given suppose t power a. Okay, I am taking t power n. Now the Laplace transform of f of t equal to the Laplace transform of f of t, first I will write the formula, that is equal to 0 to infinite f of t exponential minus st into dt. This is equal to integration of 0 to infinite, in place of f of t we will put t power n into exponential minus st into dt. Now here I want to solve this equation, solve this integration. Okay, so to solve this integration, so let us take this st equal to z, st equal to, let me change the color, st equal to suppose z. Now if I differentiate both sides, then this will be equal to, since s is the constant, this is s into dt, that is equal to dz. Okay, or we can write this dt will be equal to dz by s. Now here when this is the value of the integration for the t. Now when t tends to 0, this st equal to z. When t tends to 0, then s into 0 will be equal to 0. Here I am writing t equal to 0. Okay, I will write t equal to 0. When t equal to 0, then this z value will be equal to 0. When t equal to infinite, that is this upper limit, when t equal to infinite, in that case you can see here, when t will be infinite, something into infinite is infinite, so z equal to infinite. Now there will be no changes in case of the integration, so this will be equal to integration over 0 to infinite. In place of t power n, what I will write, here you can see st equal to z, so t equal to z by s, so this is z by s whole power n. Again exponential, in place of st I will write z, so this is minus z, into dt, in place of dt I will write dz by s, so this will be dz by s. Now I will take every constant out of the integration, so this will be equal to, here s power n, here s power 1. I mean to say this is 1 by s power n and this is 1 by s, so this will be 1 by s power n plus 1. Again it is integration over 0 to infinite, so this is z power n into exponential minus z into dz. Okay, Now here you know this integration, this total value, it is nothing but the gamma value of n plus 1. This is gamma of n plus 1. It can be written as the integration of 0 to infinite. This is z power n. This is z power n into here exponential minus z into dz. This is the value of gamma of n plus 1. Now if I write it here, this is equal to 1 by s power n plus 1 into this will be gamma of n plus 1. Okay, this is called the Laplace transform of the function that is t power n. Or here I am writing, this is the Laplace transform of t power n. This is the Laplace transform of t power n. And here this is the Laplace transform of exponential kt. The Laplace transform of exponential kt is 1 by s minus k, and this Laplace transform of t power n is 1 by s power n plus 1 into gamma of n plus 1. That is, when it is given that suppose n equal to 1. When n equal to 1, simply you can write the function that is t power n, that will now becomes t. The function now t power n that is equal to t power 1, that is equal to t. So the Laplace transform of this, now we don't need to calculate all of this, that is the integration etc etc. Now simply what we will do, this will be the Laplace transform of t, that is equal to, here I will just put it here, 1 by s power n is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2 into the gamma function of 1 plus 1, that is gamma of 2. Or let me write here gamma of 1 plus 1 so that it will be easy to calculate. You know the gamma of n plus 1, this gamma of n plus 1 value is, here I am writing this gamma of n plus 1, this is equal to n factorial. This gamma of n plus 1 equal to n factorial. So in place of gamma of 1 plus 1, here n equal to 1. So this will be 1 factorial. So our final answer will be 1 by a square. Okay. Similarly for n equal to 2, you can put, for n equal to 2, f of t will be t square. So you can calculate the Laplace transform of the t square. Now let us take some more example. Suppose 5. F of t is given. Suppose f of t equal to cosine hyperbolic at. This is cosine hyperbolic at is given, suppose. Now you have to calculate the Fourier transform of this cosine function, that is cosine hyperbolic function. So before calculating this cosine hyperbolic at, we will first solve this cosine hyperbolic at, or we will convert this in terms of the exponential function. So this can be written as, this is equal to, we can write it as exponential at plus exponential minus at divided by 2. This is the cos hyperbolic representation in terms of the exponential. Now we can write it as, this is also equal to, if I will divide this 1 by 2 in the both the terms, this will be exponential at divided by 2 plus exponential minus at divided by 2. So the Laplace transform of this total function cosine h at, that is hyperbolic at, it can be written as, this is equal to, if I will take the constant from the outside, this is the property I will tell you. When there will be the constant, it can be taken outside of the Laplace transform. This is 1 by 2 of the Laplace transform of exponential at plus this 1 by 2 is here. For the second term I am writing, this is the Laplace transform of exponential minus at. Now we have to calculate this. Now here you can see that for the function exponential kt, the Laplace transform of this exponential kt equal to 1 by s minus k. The Laplace transform of exponential any constant into t will be equal to 1 by s minus that constant. Now if I put it here, that is, we know the Laplace transform of, here I am writing just the Laplace transform of exponential kt, that is equal to 1 by s minus k. This is s minus k. Now here you can see that for the exponential at t, what I will write, 1 by 2. This 1 by 2 will remain as it is, into the Laplace transform of exponential at t will be equal to 1 divided by s minus a, the coefficient of t, that is s minus a, plus 1 by 2 into, in place of k, here it is minus a, that will be s minus of minus a. So this will be s plus a, 1 divided by s plus a. So this will be 1 by 2 into 1 by s plus a. Now simply we have to solve this. Now this will be equal to, if I take common 1 by 2, then this will be 1 by s minus a plus 1 by s plus a. Then taking the LCM, this will be equal to 1 by 2 of this s minus a into s plus a, that is in the form of a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square. So this will be a square minus a square, a square minus a square. Again we have to write here s plus a, and this s minus a will be multiplied with 1. This will be plus s minus a. Here a get cancelled, plus a minus a get cancelled. This will be 2s divided by, here 1 by 2 into 2s divided by a square minus a square. Now the 2 get cancelled. The final answer will be s divided by a square minus a square. This is the Laplace transform of cosine HAT. So the Laplace transform of cos HAT, this is equal to s divided by a square minus a square. So this is our final answer. When the value of a, that is, it is suppose a equal to 3, that is in the question it is given, you have to calculate the Laplace transform of cosine 3st. So simply what we will do, this is equal to s divided by a square minus, here in place of a this is 3, a square minus 3 square, that is equal to 9. So the final answer will be s by a square minus 9. This is the Laplace transform of cosine 3st. Now suppose we will calculate now for the function. Suppose here it is given f of t equal to sine HAT, the sine hyperbolic AT. Now we will calculate for this. That is, we are going to calculate the Laplace transform of this function. This sine HAT, it can be expressed as, now we will split this into the exponential term. This is equal to exponential AT minus exponential minus AT divided by 2. Now if I separate it, this is equal to 1 by 2 into exponential AT minus 1 by 2 into exponential minus AT. Now we will take the Laplace transform of sine HAT. So the Laplace transform of sine HAT, this will be equal to 1 by 2 is taken here. The Laplace transform of exponential AT minus 1 by 2 is here. This is 1 by 2 into Laplace transform of exponential minus AT. And also you know the Laplace transform of, here I have just mentioned that the Laplace transform of exponential kt is 1 by s minus k. Now if I put here Laplace transform of exponential AT, then this will be equal to, here 1 by 2 into, in place of k it is a, so this will be 1 divided by s minus a, and for the second term this will be minus 1 by 2 into exponential minus a t Laplace transform. This will be in place of k it is minus a, so 1 divided by s minus of minus a, that will be plus a. So this will be equal to, now here I am writing 1 by s plus a. Now simply I have to solve this. Now I have to solve this expression. So this will be equal to, taking 1 by 2 common, this will be 1 by s minus a minus 1 by s plus a. That will be equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by s minus a into s plus a. This is our LCM. So s minus a into s plus a will be a square minus a square. Again multiplying this s plus a here. So this will be s plus a minus, this will be minus of s minus a. This will be minus s, minus into minus, that will be plus a. Here s will get cancelled. Now a plus a, that will be 2a. So this will be 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 2a divided by a square minus a square. The 2 to get cancelled, this will be a divided by a square minus a square. So this is the Laplace transform of sin HAT. This is the Laplace transform of sin HAT. For the cosine Laplace transform, here you can see, for the cosine Laplace transform, this is simply s divided by a square minus a square, and for Laplace transform of sin HAT, this will be a divided by a square minus a square. This is our final answer. Now we will calculate the Laplace transform for, suppose the function is given f of t equal to cosine a t. Now we will calculate for, that was given cosine hyperbolic function, but here cosine a t. Now again I have to convert this in the form of exponential. This is equal to exponential iota a t plus exponential minus iota a t divided by 2. Now we can separate these two terms. This will be 1 by 2 into exponential iat plus 1 by 2 into exponential minus iat. Now we will take the Laplace transform of cosine at. So the Laplace transform of the function cosine at, this will be equal to 1 by 2 is taken here. The Laplace transform of exponential iota at plus 1 by 2 into the Laplace transform of exponential minus iota a into t. Now this is again simple. How we can solve? This is equal to 1 by 2. The Laplace transform of, the Laplace transform of, here I will just writing. Let me write. So this is the Laplace transform of exponential at t equal to, this is equal to 1 by s minus any constant a. The constant that is given, that is a. So this will be 1 by s minus a. And here this is exponential iat. So if I write it iota, then the t coefficient will be I. So simply I have to write s minus I, 1 by s minus I. So here I can write this will be equal to 1 by 2 into, here I will write 1 by s minus I plus, this is 1 by 2, the Laplace transform of exponential minus iat. So if I write minus sign here, then this will be minus minus get plus. So this will be s plus I. 1 divided by, this will be s plus I. Is that clear to you? So this is the, now we have to solve this part. Now let me solve. This will be taking 1 by 2 common. So let me drop this part. So this will be equal to taking 1 by 2 common, 1 by s minus a I am writing directly the LCM, that is s minus Ia into s plus Ia, and here this will be s plus Ia plus s minus Ia plus Ia minus Ia get cancelled. This will be 2s. This will be 1 by 2 into 2s divided by s square minus Ia whole square. Okay, this is minus Ia whole square, and also you know I square equal to minus 1 from the complex number. Now this will be equal to 2 to get cancelled here. S divided by I square is minus 1 and this minus 1. So this will be a square plus a square. This is the Laplace transform of cosine 80. This is the, here I am writing Laplace transform of cos 80. This is equal to this much. Okay. In cos hyperbolic function cos HRT, this is simply s divided by s square minus s square. In case of hyperbolic function, this will be s divided by s square minus s square. If you can remember, here you can see this is s by s square minus s square for the hyperbolic function. Okay, you can see here this is cos hyperbolic function. Now when cosine 80, this will be s divided by s square plus s square. Now we will calculate for, suppose the function f of t is given sin 80. Now for this we have to calculate. This sin 80 can be expressed as exponential IAT minus exponential minus IAT. This I means root over minus 1. Okay, the complex number, divided by 2i. This I equal to, I think you must know, this is root over minus 1. This is iota, which is also equal to this exponential term. It can be also written as, this is equal to, if I separate the two terms, this will be 1 by 2i into exponential IAT minus 1 by 2i into exponential minus IAT. Okay, now we will take the Laplace transform of this function, that is L of sin 80. This will be equal to 1 by 2i is taken here. This will be the Laplace transform of exponential IAT. Here minus 1 by 2i, the Laplace transform of exponential minus IAT. Okay, this will be equal to, now again I have to put, this is equal to 1 by 2i. The Laplace transform of exponential at is 1 by s minus k, and here s minus in place of the t coefficient, this will be s minus ia. Here minus 1 by 2i into 1 divided by s minus k. K means the t coefficient, that is minus ia. This will be s plus ia. Now we have to solve this by taking common 1 by 2i. This will be whole into s minus ia into s plus ia. This will be a square minus ia whole square. Here I have to write s plus ia, again minus s. This will be minus, when the minus will be multiplied with the s minus ia, this will be minus s plus ia. This simple calculation. Okay, this s will get cancelled. Iota a plus iota a, this will be twice of iota a, 1 by 2i into, this will be 2ia divided by a square minus, this I square is minus 1, this will be a square plus a square. 2i get cancelled. This is equal to a divided by a square plus a square. And this is the Laplace transform of sin 80. This is the Laplace transform of sin 80. So this is our basic Laplace transform calculation. This 8 Laplace transform is very useful. That is the function. When the function is cosine at t, in place of cosine at t, it may be given cos 2t, cos 5t like this. So you have to split. You don't have to solve that. Simply you have to write. You know the Laplace transform of cosine at t equal to s by a square plus a square. Simply it is suppose Laplace transform of cosine 5t. Cosine, let me write 5t. So this will be equal to s divided by a square plus, in place of a it is 5 because the t coefficient is a. So here 5 square is 25. This is so simple. So you have to just remember the process of the process to solve the Laplace transform, that is the integration over 0 to infinite f of t exponential minus st dt. This is our basic formula. So for 1, when the function is 1, the Laplace transform is 1 by s. When the function value is some constant, then its value will be constant divided by s. For exponential kt, the Laplace transform is 1 by s minus k. When it is t power n, any constant, then this will be 1 by s power n plus 1 into gamma n plus 1. And also this formula can be written as this is equal to n factorial, because gamma of n plus 1 is n factorial. Simply n factorial divided by s power n plus 1. This is the Laplace transform of t power n. Okay. And also by using this exponential function, you can calculate cosine hyperbolic, sine hyperbolic, and cosine function and sine function Laplace transform. Cosine h at is s by a square minus a square. For sine hyperbolic, this is a by a square minus a square. And similarly, you can see for cosine 80, this is s by a square plus a square, and for sine 80, this is a by a square plus a square. This is all for today. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. Thank you all. Jai Jagannath.